Hello guys, Brad here again with another fragrance review. Today I want to look at a little lucky scent sample that I have here. This one is from the house of Frapin called the Orchid Man. And I wore this at work today. I pretty much just used the whole sample up for my wearing today. Put it on probably around 7:30 this morning. The fragrance is classified as an aromatic and came out in 2015, so it's a relatively new one from the house. Top notes are bergamot and black pepper. Middle notes are jasmine and leather. Base notes of amber, oak moss, and patchouli. Now, I was doing some research on this fragrance, and I see a lot of people comparing it to Aventus, and I do certainly see that comparison. What you get here, you do get like that fresh bergamot, jasmine top, blended with sort of like a smoky, slightly smoky, leathery, mossy backdrop there. So it is a pleasant fragrance. I like the smell quite a bit, but like I said, it does have comparisons to Aventus. I think some people said that it's a cheaper version of Aventus, but no, I look at the price point, I see it's $195 for the 100 ml. So I really don't think price point is going to be something that draws people towards this fragrance. If you're looking for a fragrance that smells like Aventus, you're probably going to stick with Aventus over this one because there's really no advantage price point wise at this point. I think the price point may have gone up on Frapin fragrances. I remember when maybe $150 would have gotten the 100 ml. Now it's like $195. So that's quite a significant price jump right there. But to me, it's not so much a cheap version of Aventus. It basically falls more into that clone realm. If you've ever smelled Insurrection Pure II, kind of has that kind of quality to it, where they replaced the birch tar of Aventus, just kind of gave it sort of this leather feel. And there's the jasmine in there, kind of gives it sort of a springy brightness to it as well, kind of like you would get with Insurrection Pure, which I think was more, lighter and also maybe summery smelling than Aventus. I think it also kind of has comparisons with Mancera's Cedrat Boisé, which also was more of a leather versus the birch tar. So, when you look at price point for Cedrat Boisé, once again, 4 ounces for roughly $100. So probably less than half as much for Cedrat Boisé, which is a good niche fragrance for this one. So really, I'm having a hard time understanding who would possibly want this fragrance in their collection when you can get the cheaper clones like Fresco and Insurrection Pure to fill that need. Or if you like Aventus, stick with Aventus. Or, if you'd rather get like a fresher take of Aventus Cedrat Boisé, which a lot cheaper than this one, and it performs better and gets you compliments. This one didn't give me any compliments, no feedback at all at work on this one today. So really underwhelming, especially when you factor in price point. So let me get into some scores. Smell, 7.5 out of 10. I can't argue about the smell. It's just a really pleasant smell off to my nose. Projection longevity. When I first put the fragrance on, I was like, I can't really even smell it. But as I left it on my skin, then for some reason it started to amp up, and I could smell it on myself. Even if others couldn't smell it, I could certainly smell it on myself to the point where I could tell that I was wearing a fragrance. So I'm going to say 7 out of 10 because after 5-6 hours, I'm still smelling it. Uniqueness, 3 out of 10. Like I said, the clone wars for Aventus are getting ridiculous at this point. And this one is just going to fall into that same generic category at this point. Versatility, 8 out of 10. I think this would be a good signature scent. But with the price point at $195 for the bottle, 6 out of 10 overall. It's just underwhelming when you factor in the lack of uniqueness in the way that people are just, exploiting Aventus to death. It's just a hard sell for me, and we'll see if the public buys into it. I don't think it's going to get much love. I don't see anybody else talking about it in YouTube. I see maybe mentioned slightly in Facebook groups or maybe base notes, but not really much on YouTube right now, and it will probably stay that way. Frapin's La Humaniste is still their flagship, in my opinion. And this one is just, it's there, and that's about it. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.